You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion, delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. Before we get into our intriguing content today, please join me in welcoming our featured guest and repeat offender.
Welcome back.
Simon Polito is in the house. Welcome.
Thank you. I always love that song when you play when I come back here. I feel so at home.
There you go. Glad to have you with us. And let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you. And you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number to call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are operators standing by.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan or plan to save you money, I personally work with you, even if you don't have any needs today. Save this number in your phone for future reference, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Alex, what are you identifying with? Tell us which character is your favorite, or do you identify with? Knowing you, I could probably guess, but I'll leave that to you to tell us which one you're identifying with there. Let's take a look and see, what are we celebrating today? We celebrate every day on Ron Siegel Radio. Yeah, I don't know if I want to give anyone my DNA. That could be troublesome, so we're going to stay away from that one. East meets West Day. I guess one of us has got to be further west than the other.
I was born on the East Coast.
On the East Coast of what?
Of Australia.
Oh, Australia. Okay, so you're a little further. You're a little East Coast of Australia, which I guess halfway around the world. That means you could qualify for both,
possibly
East and West.
Yeah, I live on the West now.
Yeah, long way away. We're not going to do this one today. Hug a Plumber Day. We're going to stay away from that one. But if you've got a plumber that you're friends with or you're involved with, Hug a Plumber Day. National Telephone Day. Now look, you got to look at that picture right there. So my team does a great job. Look at that picture. So how many people remember the telephone that looked like that? I had a rotary telephone. How many do you remember rotary telephones?
I used to remember trying to do it as quickly as I can and pushing it back.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That click noise even quicker.
And then you get to the last digit and make a mistake and have to start all over again.
It is what it is.
Yeah, but as Levin put on there, give us a call today, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Save the number in your phone. Now, having beaten anorexia, you know where I'm going to go with our today. There's only one. I'm looking at the list. Okay, National DNA Day, Meets Wet, Hug a Plumber, Telephone, and Zucchini Bread Day. You put a little butter on, maybe you put a lot of butter on there, and you got it made. Let's take a look. Okay, what are the markets doing today? And the Dow Jones, it's been a rocky day on the markets. Dow Jones down now 411 points. S&P 500 down 65. NASDAQ down 109. Oil down $6.36 a barrel. Yeah, China's having an influence on the oil market. Shanghai shut down. Not a lot of demand over there. They're talking about now maybe Beijing might be shutting down. So, not a little extra oil on the world market. No, it's not, because the U.S. is finally going to do something right. Not the chance. But hey, let's take a look at what's going on around as you notice, Levin is taking care of us today. We sent Josh out of the studio. He's not allowed to visit us today. But gas prices where Josh is, $3.85 a gallon. $3.85. Our tremendous underwriter, she's at $3.85 also. Louisiana for Lori, she's out there, $3.85 a gallon. We're in the wrong spot. The queen of the team, Arizona, Jody's at $4.55. And right here in the formerly Golden State, we are paying $5.69 a gallon of gasoline.
Ow!
That's regular. If you're getting premium, you're going to probably pay more than that. I must admit, over the weekend, Costco in Yorba Linda, not a commercial for them. Premium gasoline, I paid about $5.50 a gallon. So I'll take that one. Now, 412 is the national average. California, 568. Now, I know that my friend Simon here, he's the only one I know that'll admit to this, but he goes up there to Kern County?
Bakersfield, yeah.
Bakersfield out there. I think Bakersfield is Kern County.
Kern County, yeah.
I can't even find Fresno
Just
is
below Fresno.
Yeah, 540. Kings County, Kern County. There you go. 577 up there.
Costco there is $4.80.
$4.80. How long ago was that?
Last week.
Wow.
Right.
I might have to.
I paid $7 in LA though.
I might have to go to Bakersfield just to get gasoline. Now I will admit that Bakersfield is on the way to one of my favorite places. We can go out there to. I'm trying to find. There it is. $5.90 in San Luis Obispo. So you got to fill up when you're in Bakersfield before you head over to Paso Robles to get some wine. I fill up on the wine in Paso Robles, and then we can get the gasoline back there in Kern County. Just throw that out there. Moving right along. Let's see. Do we even want to look at the bond market? Let's see what the bond market's doing today. 2.76 down 13 basis points. I guess with all the chaos in the world right now, flight to safety, people are going to putting their money in the bonds. And we're also going to talk in the Mortgage Minute about the upcoming recession, but there is not a bubble in the housing market. I'm going to give you some numbers on that one today also. But there is a recession on the horizon. Regardless, I did see a report on Yahoo this morning, those Yahoos. They came out and they said 3 reasons that the recession fears are overblown.
Such an idiot.
No, don't say that about the guys on Yahoo. Oh, man. So here's what their commentary is that the malls are mobbed. Oh, okay. That's a good reason why there's no recession. Like, people are so smart. They voted for Joe Biden and well, let's not go there. Let's see. Starbucks has a 19 minutes for 2 iced coffees. That's a good reason. American Express has a big quarter. That's a good reason. And people are traveling. They want to get away from where they are. And I love it. Earnings for major airlines are impressive, led by Delta Airlines and JetBlue. Now, JetBlue canceled 53% of their flights just recently. And that's a good thing. So, maybe you don't want to be listening to the people at Yahoo Finance. They might be giving you some Yahoo information because we've shown you all the stats that prove, first off, obviously we are near the bottom of the employment numbers, right? So we got about 3.6% unemployment. We know that when you get to the bottom and start turning just slightly upward, that's when you're going to start seeing a recession. We know that we've got an inverted yield curve. Oh, yeah, we do already. That's when you start seeing a recession. So what are you waiting for? All the indicators say recession, yet you got Yahoo saying that there's no recession. Now, remember, recession, other than one odd time, and I use the word odd because it was a little different, 2008. Only one time have we seen in the last 40 years that real estate has dropped during a recession. I will argue with you or submit to you that 2008 real estate did not drop because of the recession. We had a recession because real estate was dropping. See the flip there. Real estate caused the recession. So yes, real estate did drop 19.7% in 2008, but it wasn't because of a recession. It was because of real estate practices, which then caused a recession. Now, the Federal Reserve, they are trying to create a recession, Yahoo Finance. Right, they're telling us that next month they're going to increase interest rates by 50 basis points, 0.5%. June, they're going to do the same thing. Maybe July, they'll do the same thing. By September, when the economy is slowing down, maybe they'll go back to a quarter because they've been so inept all the way up to this time. So the bottom line is it's not an issue of are we going to have a recession? It's when will we have a recession? It's not if it's coming, it's when it will be coming. And you know something? Yahoo Finance, you might already be in it because you don't find out until 2 quarters of negative GDP after the fact. And when we get our next reading on inflation, it's going to still be hot. We have not peaked yet. That won't happen until September, which is reported in October. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, how do you absolutely get the highest price when selling real estate? And I've been sharing with you when you want to start listing that real estate or when have you missed the market. Days on market is a big, big issue. And right now in Anaheim, 92807, as of this morning, average days on market, we just got the report in the last hour. Days on market for Anaheim, 9 days. 9 days, average days on the market. Median list price, you ready for this one, Simon? 1.3. You're close.
I was close.
1,299,000 is the median list price, 92807.
What was it last year?
They don't have year over year on it. They just show the median list price.
Curious to see that.
Yeah, well, it's
Probably should show about 25 to 30% growth.
gone crazy. You can reach me anytime off air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990 or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, shame on you. But the replay is available. Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you could retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Homeowners over the age of 62 are taking back financial control after retirement with reverse mortgages, and the Siegel Lending Team is here to help you use it to your advantage. Call Ron Siegel with Geneva Financial to receive your free information booklet with no obligation. The booklet answers all your questions, and the best part is, you still own your home. Call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990 or visit ronsiegelradio.com.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime. 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990. Yes, Geneva does have those self-employed. You don't show a lot of income, but you got the money to make the payment. Geneva's got a product for you. Just make the call, 800-306-1990. The S&P 500 now down 62 points. I didn't even look because I should have looked at it and seen what was going on in the Mortgage Minute when in the markets when we were talking about it. Has Netflix jumped up yet today? I think it might have. Let's see if I can find Netflix on here. I think the stock might have gone up just a bit with Elon Musk. They say he may end up taking over today. They may have an agreement for him to. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Twitter. You're right. Now I know why I'm not seeing the right pricing. I'm glad I've got Simon here as sitting in the co-chair here with me. So Twitter, I'm not even seeing the pricing on Twitter. So I guess obviously I can't do this on the fly in the studio.
He apparently came in 5% above their share price.
Well, yeah, but Simon, you know that it's Elon Musk. So right now the shares are trading at 50.88. When he made his offer, it was down and it was significantly lower. But here's the deal. He came in and made an offer at, this. Well, I'm not gonna put Simon on the spot here. $50 plus what is Elon's favorite pastime? Oh, $420. Yeah, $54.20 is the offering price. So if you look at it, it was $39.31 on April Fool's Day, right when Elon Musk made the offer. But hey, let's take a look at these things. S&P 500 down 62. The 10-year Treasury down 13 basis points. Mortgage-backed securities up 48 basis points. Now, if you recall, I did tell you last week when we were together that the Fannie Mae came out and told us interest rates on Thursday. They report these every Thursday morning. They came out and told us that 5.11% was a 30-year fixed rate loan. That was Fannie Mae. Now, you know me. I like to give you real numbers because I don't want to just give you that stuff that other people are giving out. OBMMI provides the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry, calculated from actual locked rates with consumers across 35% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. What did they lock at on Friday? 5.405. 5.405 is what rates locked at on Friday. That was the real number. Now, let's take a look at this and see why is this happening. I told you a little bit earlier, a lot of it has to do with inflation. Inflation is continuing to grow. Now we see the Federal Reserve. May, June, and July meetings, probably the Federal Reserve increased by 50 basis points. That'll take us up to 1.75. There's also going to be a meeting in September, maybe 50 basis points, maybe 25 basis points as the economy starts to slow. Now, don't ever listen to what Fed talk. You know what a soft landing means when the Fed says a soft landing? It means they're fantasizing. Generally, they see a hard landing, which means recession. That's just Fed talk. So I want to just share that with you. I already told you that we were seeing inflation. Probably October report will probably be when we start seeing inflation peak, still going up quite a bit. You're feeling it. No matter what the news wants to tell you, you are still feeling that. But here's the issue that I want you to really know, and this is something that I'm going to chat with Simon Polito about, because one of the things that Simon is an expert at is understanding how to maximize value for somebody that's looking to sell a house. Now, one of the things that Simon needs, and everybody needs when they're looking to sell a house, is you want to have buyers. And ideally, if you have more buyers than there are sellers in the marketplace, prices go up. That's why there's not a housing bubble. Existing March home inventory, the year 2007. Let me bring you back. How many houses were on the market March of 2007? 3.81 million. How about March of 2012? 2.32 million. March of 2017, 1.8 million. How about March of 2022? 950,000. So that's about 25% of what there was in the marketplace in 2007, right before the crash. 25%. You will not have a bubble when there is more buyers than there are sellers. Just throw that out there for you. There is still a significant shortage of inventory out there. There's not properties to buy. So that's the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990. So here's the issue. If there's no properties to buy and there's lots of buyers wanting to buy those non-existent properties, how do you get your offer accepted? Well, there's three ways. Number one, you have to be much smarter than the competition. We put together a couple of different programs that is a bid over ask, so you can really see what makes sense from a financial standpoint. We also have a program that will give you an appraisal gap that'll take care of the overage, and you can pay more money and afford it by using the appraisal gap and a seller buy down. Now, why would a seller want to buy down the price of the property? Because they're only using a third of the money. So you put up an extra $100,000 on the bid price. Tell the seller, will you give me, if I give you $100,000, will you give me 30 of it back? How often do you think, Simon, what do you think about that? If I give you 100,000, give me 30 back. How often would you do something like that?
I've never done it before, but it sounds pretty good to me.
Right? I mean, if I'll tell you what, anybody that's in the sound of my voice, if you want to give me 100, I'll give you 30 of it back. Anytime, as many times you want to do it. Because that sounds to me like I get an extra 70.
It sounds better than going to Vegas.
Yeah, I get an extra 70. Or what you could do is you can call our friend Simon Polito. Because what he does is he says, anybody that wants to buy this property, you can buy it. You got to be able to pay for it. But anybody that wants to, right?
Anyone.
Explain it.
All the terms are exactly level for every party playing. So
level playing field.
Level playing field. The terms are dictated from the start of the process. So as soon as we go on the MLS active, everything is dictated in front of everybody so they know what they're playing for. All it comes down to on the day is we hold a live auction at the property with myself being your auctioneer. And it goes down to, like you just said, who's prepared to pay the highest price. There's no other, they want a longer settle, they want a longer close, or they want a rent back. Whatever it is, it's all equal to everybody.
Everybody gets the same chance.
Everybody.
So if you said, if anybody that said that, I'm really frustrated because I cannot get the property I want. Hogwash, right? Have somebody get an auction going.
Absolutely. And look, that might be the case. Maybe they can't afford it because there is competition out there.
Sure.
Right? So, but having said that, I've seen people who have been in that scenario who still come up to me at the end of the auction and say, thank you. Just thank you for letting me have a chance at playing at it.
Yeah.
And knowing where that other bid was, as opposed to just getting a call saying, hey, we have other offers on the table. You need to sharpen your pencil. And really, you don't know if they even have offers or what they're at.
That really becomes frustrating because you don't know where they're at. You don't know if they're there. I guess ethically, the agents are supposed to, if they're going to do a multi-counter process, their ethics and things say that they should have multiple offers. Do they or don't they? I don't know. But I can tell you this for sure because Simon, I think it's been a couple of years you've been coming on the show.
It is. I would love coming in. And
we've talked about this many, many times. In fact, I even at one time had put together what they call in the industry some tombstones. And because I wanted to see, okay, what's the starting price of the auction and where do they end? Right? What is the family getting value? Is it a good deal for the sellers? Is it a good deal for the buyers? And it seems to me the buyers always win because they get to decide if they're going to win or lose.
It truly is a win-win for both sides, in my opinion, because the buyers are getting a chance to play at something they want, and the sellers are getting an elevated price because of the competition associated with it.
But right now, one of the biggest things I hear people talk about, and we have the solution, the rsrappraisalgap.com, rsrappraisalgap.com. So we have a solution anytime the appraisal does not come in at value. But what's your experience, Simon, with?
I've never had to use that because we've never had a property in 21 years not come in on the appraisal on the dollar of the purchase price.
Really?
Always appraisers, touch wood, because the market dictated the value.
So are the appraisers able to use the auction numbers?
Yeah, so we tell them, look, there was 16 bids or whatever, how many bids there were. We show them what the level of interest was, the people's funding that they had available, and what their pre-approval or underwriting was already set for. So the appraisers, although we're not supposed to tell them too much because we're not allowed to talk to them, we give them enough information to understand the scenario that they're into. Most of the time, and not most of the time, every time, I've never had an auction property not appraised. It's only when it's sold prior to or after the auction, when someone's just made an offer, like a traditional sense, that was sometimes we've had a little bit of a discrepancy in price, but very, very minimal.
So through your process, you can actually make an offer beforehand?
Absolutely. You can do like the eBay buy it now button, so to speak.
Oh, nice. Okay, we're going to talk about buy it now. So we'll figure that auction and buy it now. I don't know how that works, but we're going to find out from Simon Polito when we come back. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. Is it enough to offer asking price in today's market? Yeah, you could do it, but we'll talk about that. You can reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com. Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Visit RSRHomescout.com, RSRHomescout.com. Best tool on the market. Best tool on the market. Not because I give it to you for free, but it's a great tool. 97% of the homes on the market in the country are available on RSRHomescout.com. Yes, I know your local real estate professional has great access to the marketplace, but they don't have access to, in most cases, Toledo, Ohio. I don't know if anybody's moving to Toledo, Ohio, but maybe not even Plano, Texas, and that's a beautiful, beautiful city. Right? They don't have that. RSR Home Scout does. Fourth button, RSR Home Scout will actually give you 4 different valuation models, including the one that's not accurate, but the biggest. We put that on there for you as well to give you valuations of the properties, rsrhomescout.com. Isn't it enough to offer asking price in today's housing market? If you're planning to buy a home this season, you're probably thinking about what you'll need to do to get your offer accepted. In previous years, it was common for buyers to try and determine how much less than the asking price they could offer to still get the home. The buyer and seller would then negotiate and typically agreed on a revised price that was somewhere between the buyer's bid and the home's initial asking price. In today's real estate market, buyers should not shop for a home with the same expectations. Things are different today. Today's housing market is anything but normal. According to the National Association of Realtors, NAR, the average home that's sold today receives 4.8 offers, sells in just 17 days. Homes sell quickly, and receiving multiple offers shows how competitive the housing market is for buyers right now. This is because there are more buyers on the market than homes for sale. When the number of homes available cannot keep up with demand, homes often sell for more than the asking price. How does this impact you when it's time to submit an offer? Market conditions should help guide your decision throughout the process. Today, the asking price of a home is often the floor of the negotiation rather than the ceiling. Knowing this is because it's important when it's time to submit an offer, but you should also use that information as you're searching for homes too. After all, you don't want to fall in love with a home that ultimately sells for a price higher than what you've budgeted for. The Mortgage Reports has advice if you're looking to purchase a home in a competitive market. The article encourages you to be realistic with your housing search, saying, quote, the best thing to do is set your budget and expectations ahead of time so you know how much you can afford to offer and when to walk away. This will make negotiations a lot easier, unquote. Of course, when you found your dream home, you'll want to do everything you can to submit your best offer up front and win a potential bidding war. Knowing the current market is key to crafting a winning offer. That's where working with an expert real estate advisor becomes critical. A real estate professional will draw from their experience and expert level knowledge of today's housing market throughout the process. They'll also balance conditions in your area to make sure your offer stands out above the rest. Bottom line, understanding how to approach the asking price of a home and what's happening in today's real estate market are critical for buyers. If you have any questions, give me a call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Continuing our conversation, Simon Polito is in the house. We're chatting about real estate. He does a lot of work on the listing side with a method that's kind of unique. We only hear about that from the rich and famous. And Simon and I have actually had a conversation about, I think, Simon, I think the last time you were in, we were chatting about that $265 million listing in LA.
That didn't sell for $260 million.
No, it was just off by a little bit.
Just $100 million.
100 million. What's 100 million amongst friends? Right?
Yeah, and that guy, it's upsetting to see the result they got, to be honest, between you and I. I feel it should have got a higher result, but they always got an excuse. Last year it was the COVID.
Right.
The year before that it was the Chinese market's gone, and now this year it's the Russians are vacated from the area. So there's always going to be a reason, but they did a different style of auction to what I do. And this is exactly the reason why I don't do auctions that way, because I truly believe they did a disservice to the seller by selling it for such a lower price.
Well, you have to wonder, because they sold it to the seller for such a lower price. And then you hear that the buyers are going out immediately afterwards and they're relisting it.
Yeah, they know they got a deal.
So if they paid fair market value, do you think they would be able to go out there and relist it right away?
No, they bought it for $126 million with a 12% buyer premium.
Explain that, Simon. What's a 12% buyer premium?
The buyer premium is an amount of money that the company dictates that the buyer will pay of the purchase price at the close of escrow. So if you buy it for $100 million, for example, and it's a 12% premium, you're paying $12 million.
An extra $12 million.
$12 million. Now, that buyer was still happy to pay that premium because they knew they were still getting it substantially lower than what the true value was.
Wow. So that has to do with, so one of the things that I think you have to do in what you're talking about, because even in your world of the way you're doing yours, obviously, and your buyer premium
ours is only 2%.
Oh, 2%, not 12%.
No, we only charge 2%. We're the cheapest in the marketplace, and when it comes to buyer premium,
you should have called that guy. I mean, 2% of 120 million.
I did. I rang. I just got that too late to the post, right? But the reason why I charge 2%, one of the reasons I should say, is because I'm not selling discounts. I'm not selling deals. That buyer is going to pay 2% above market value.
Right. Okay. So now one of the things there in that case, because you're dealing with luxury, non-distressed property.
Correct. Oh, and introduce you. I got a beautiful property out in Fontana right now.
That's luxury. Oh no, I shouldn't say that.
It's on the fringe of Rancho Cucamonga, so we'll float on. We'll float on that.
Okay.
But again, that's a $500,000 bidding to start from. And that was we had a first open house last weekend. 60 groups in 1 hour.
60 groups
in 1 hour in a 1,300 square foot home.
Wait, 500,000 is the starting bid in a 1,300 square foot home in Fontana. Okay, and you say that the market is slow, right? Who's saying that the market and Yahoo Finance? So Diana Olick, are you listening? Right? I mean, some of these things it's just crazy.
It is.
Okay, so then one of the things that I'm a big proponent of, Simon, and I'm just going to throw it out there and see your thoughts. You got to market the property.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, if nobody knows about it, then I can go out there and get a deal.
Yeah, and that's the same as I just marketed that property right now. Always talking, showing, sharing. You have to always push out as many avenues as you can. The greatest thing for us is the price.
I didn't even charge him for a free plug.
There you go. There you go.
You want more information on Simon's property? He's a friend. Call him 800-306-1990.
I'm not going to tell him I work for Yahoo Finance, but we're marketing everywhere from social media to Google pay-per-click. Obviously, the MLS is the biggest driving force behind it. But we're doing mailers, door knocking, calling around the area as well. Just really creating a big hype. Everyone needs to know about every listing we have. I've got guys door knocking around Hermosa Beach right now. We have a listing that's being
for the people in Fontana.
No, for another one we're photographing this afternoon up in Hermosa Beach.
So so that's kind of a good question then. So what's the least expensive bidding to start from that you've done?
Ever was 12 lots of land out in 29 Palms, and it started at $7,000.
For 12 lots or per lot?
12 lots.
Wow.
12.
7,000 for 12 lots. Wow. Okay.
We started the bidding there and we ended up selling it for $35,000.
Okay, and sold at 35 is where the gap.
And to be honest, it was more fun than anything. It was really no money in it at all. It was more just I just wanted to do it, and I loved the seller was a great seller who we'd done other transactions with. So I said, yeah, absolutely, I'll do it.
What's the highest price you've done?
Personally, the highest one I've done was 17 million.
17 million.
Yeah.
You didn't sell Lincoln Riley his house, did you?
No, it was in Australia, that one.
Oh, okay.
In this country, the highest one I've done was 4.2 in West Hollywood last year.
Okay, and I know you've had some in La Jolla too. So
we closed that in March, yeah, in April. Sorry, this month we closed that for 7.25 million.
7.25 million.
That was an auction. We actually got an offer at $8 million during the auction. At that time, the seller wasn't prepared to accept it. And we spent 2 years chasing that figure, and we finally got back up to 7.2 and had a great sale.
Wow. Pretty amazing when you think about it. So going everywhere from 35,000 to 7.2 million and anywhere in between.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. So think about that concept. So it's not, I don't know how you have a luxury lot. I guess the dirt was tilled properly. I don't know what that means, but and in 29 Palms, but I guess it's non-distressed.
It was non-distressed.
You weren't even stressed about it.
I was not distressed at all. I didn't even have to go out there, to be honest with you. I did it all via Zoom.
Wow. Okay.
And I don't normally do that, but for that circumstance, there was really no reason to go out to 29 Palms to look at dirt. If you're in front of a house or there's a view or there's some type of significant reason why people would be attracted to the property, then absolutely we are live on site.
Yeah, but if there's no reason for it, then we don't have to worry about that part. I mean, Google Earth will show you what that one looks like.
Exactly.
And everybody's going to see the exact same thing from Google Earth.
That's the best virtual tool you get.
We're going to continue our conversation. I love the auction idea. I mean, I just think it's a great concept to get everybody in play, everybody think, and it's, how long does it take from start to finish?
So it just depends on the area and how much competition there is. But on generically, it's a 28-day program. But of late, we've been doing a 14 to 21-day program.
Okay, when we come back, I'm going to ask Simon, what do we need him for? In this market, that's probably the biggest question that we have is, okay, I'm going to sell it overnight. Why do I need to wait 14 to 28 days? We're going to get Simon's input on that because right now in 92807 Anaheim Hills, average days on the market is 9. So we're going to talk to Simon about why we want to do it. Why is it better for me as the seller to talk to him? You can reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Are you tired of paying rent? Are you tired of paying someone else's mortgage? Do you know qualified folks can potentially purchase a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket? Ron Siegel can help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. If you're tired of paying someone else's mortgage, reach out to Ron today at ronismylender.com. That's ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey friends, do you dream of mortgage-free home ownership? Are you aware that even if you own your home free and clear, it could still be costing you thousands per year? The Siegel Lending Team can help you generate tax-free income, accumulate family wealth, and maintain ownership of your home. By simply emailing your most recent mortgage statement, you'll receive a no-obligation real estate plan. Learn more by calling 1-800-306-1990 or email me your recent mortgage statement to PEAR@RonSiegelRadio.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis. rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Your Credit Matters segment today being brought to you by creditsanitizer.com. You have a credit report. It is wrong. What are you doing about it? Credit Sanitizer has these solutions for you. You just need to make the call again, 800-306-1990. We're going to skip the report today so I can talk more with Simon. Might even want to talk about, before I even go there, you're down in the, your office is down in the Newport Beach area.
Correct.
Trenta Cucina Pizza. Been there?
No.
Oh, Simon.
Oh.
Trenta Pizza.
We're going to go together.
Trenta Pizza. Got to go. If you haven't been to Trenta Pizza and Cucina, great
Cucina.
place.
Trenta Pizza e Cucina.
There you go. And Cucina. There you go.
It means 30 pizzas in a kitchen.
Really? Okay. I don't know. They make great lasagna and they make carpaccio or something like that. It's good stuff.
Oh, nice.
But
Let's go check it out.
beet salad. Ugh. If you like that kind of stuff, if you like Italian food, we're there. We're there. I go there. I'm probably there once a week now. But let's get back to. I can sit here.
Hungry.
Yeah, I'm going to sit here and drool for a little while. Okay, let's chat with Simon Polito because Simon just mentioned to us that he's got a property coming up in now. I'm going to tell you here. So Hermosa Beach, California, not quite as hot a market as Anaheim Hills. And I'm going to tell you that right now, average days on the market in Hermosa Beach, as of Friday, average days on the market is 109. Median days on the market, 56. Now, remember, I told you in Anaheim Hills, average days on the market is 9. So 9, we probably, I don't know. Well, we're going to ask Simon.
Your medium 0.
Yeah, it's,
That's why I leaned forward.
crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Now, median list price in Hermosa Beach, $6,444,000. New listings are coming on the market at $2,195,000. Price per square foot. This one's enough to get you. Price per square foot in Hermosa Beach, $2,463.
Ow!
Ooh, that's some serious numbers. Okay, so Hermosa Beach, Simon's 28-day process makes total sense. Anaheim, you gotta educate me, Simon. Why do I need to go to an auction when I'm only on the market for 9 days?
Absolutely, because think about the scenario of what a traditional agent does right now. They go on the market on a Thursday on average. They do a little bit of prep on the Friday, open house Saturday, Sunday.
Right.
Get offers received by Monday, send out a multiple counter, and open escrow Wednesday, Thursday.
Sure.
Now that's 7 days.
Right.
But I'm just giving it, that's how I work at that average of 9. That's what their average.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's only one weekend of people to see the house. What if you're away that weekend? What if you and your wife are in Palm Springs? You can't make it to the open house and your agent's away as well.
Go to Palm Desert instead.
Well,
I'm just kidding with you.
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, absolutely.
So what we're trying to do is give everybody a fair and honest chance to at least come and look at the property. That's why we've been doing, on average, a 21-day program, which consists of 2 weekends of showings, and the third weekend is the live auction at the house.
So so basically the philosophy is that you're not going to get the full value by going too quick.
I don't believe so. Correct.
Okay.
Now, here's another thing as well is I just lost my whole train of thought then. But what I was going to say is people come through on a 1 hour open house only. And the biggest thing about what we do is we give all that due diligence ahead of time.
So explain that part of it. What do you mean by due diligence? Because one of the things that most people think of when they think about auction is discount and
Mhm.
cheap and
Buyer
risk.
beware. Yeah.
Buyer beware.
Yeah, there's gonna be someone squatting in the house or someone
Right.
something like that. With us, it's seller owned.
You give us the name of the squatter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I literally took a photo of someone, like someone bought a house in Wisconsin, and the agent said no access to below the house. And they bought the house and found there was some whole family living below the house.
oh wow. Ooh.
I was literally reading that article this morning. But what I was trying to say is we do all the due diligence, home inspection, termite report, seller's disclosures, natural hazard disclosure report, preliminary title report. If it's part of an HOA, we get the CC&Rs. If they did any work, we get the permits from the city. If it's a septic tank there, we have to get a septic tank inspection. So that way then you, Ron, and your wife, when you're looking at a property, you actually can know what you're buying.
So everything's done up front.
And that's why we want to give people enough time to digest that, go over it, maybe check with their lender about what their spending capacity is, get their underwriting done, not a pre-approval underwriting.
Right. Totally pre-underwritten.
Correct. And that way, then they can come in with strength, confidence. But the biggest thing they can do, which we touched on earlier, is they could try and stop the auction from happening by putting something really strong and enticing to stop the seller from going through with the process.
So how does that work? Explain that a little bit.
Just submit a normal bid, a normal offer as you normally would on a CAR RPA. And
Oh, wait, you got CA.
Oh.
Have you watched that commercial lately where they go through all these different
Oh,
acronyms?
yeah.
I don't know what any of them mean.
I saw that. California Association of Realtors Residential Purchase Agreement.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So as long as you submit or your agent submits a residential purchase agreement over to us and the listing agent, and the seller says, hey, you know what? That looks great. I'm done. They can stop the auction. They're in escrow before the auction even happens. So much so that I actually have not called one auction this year. Every
Really?
property we've had is sold prior to auction.
Wow.
And we're still at 72%. Sorry, actually 73% listing agents double siding each transaction.
That's pretty amazing numbers when you think about it. So every property this year has been sold because somebody did a enticing offer
with no
ahead of time.
contingencies, strong, clean terms, or whatever the terms of the seller they wanted.
Pretty fascinating stuff. Is this really new, Simon? I mean, because most people haven't heard of it.
It's newer to the marketplace, but it's been around for centuries. I didn't invent this. It was something I learned 20 years ago. It's very common in the country of Australia, New Zealand, London, and Singapore, and South Africa as well. Sorry. So, but the US has primarily been using auctions for the other flip side of the coin, which is distress and foreclosures.
So most of us only understand one side because we've never been exposed.
Correct. But now the world record's here in LA, in the United States.
Yeah, but I'm wondering how many people are going to really be excited about that when they hear that there's a 12% premium. Does that turn off the market?
I truly believe so. I truly believe that does. That's why I only charge 2, and I call it an opportunity cost. Hey, Ron, you and your wife have been looking at several homes. And you told me you've made 6 offers and you haven't got one accepted. Look, if you pay an extra 2% and your price is good, you got the house.
Now it's my choice.
Yeah, now you have an opportunity cost.
Makes a lot of sense. What do you think? I mean, if you have comments, let us know about any comments that you have, any thoughts that you have on this process with Simon Polito. It's a whole different world. And, I'm going to tell you right now, you don't like it. And I'm going to tell you why you don't like it. Because, being a radio guy, I study, in fact, I'm in a pretty intense course now, neuroscience course. And I'm going to share with you why you don't like it. And and you tell me. That which we don't know, that which we don't understand, we don't like. It's just common thought, right? Because we haven't heard of it. We're not experienced with it. The old standby, right? I mean, I hear, I'm going to go, well, a lot of people know that I like food. It's obvious. How many people like to eat escargot? Now, I enjoy escargot, right? But there's a lot of people that say they're not even going to try it. I don't like it. Why? I'm not eating. I pay to get rid of those things on my sidewalk, right? I don't want to have anything to do with it. Well, that's not the case if you've tried it. I mean, really, when you think about it, escargot to me, depending upon where you get it, I've had it with. It tastes a lot like garlic butter because they put it in a nice garlic butter.
Douse that all over it for me. I love that.
Now I've had once where they actually did it in a blue cheese sauce.
Oh, wow.
That was tremendous also,
Oh, I've never had that.
right? But when you haven't had it, you don't know about it, you don't like it. Simon's auction process. You can say, I would never do that. Well, why? Because you don't want to maximize the sale of your property? Is that what you're against? Similar to the people that tell me that I'm waiting right now to buy a house. Why are you waiting? You want a higher price or a higher interest rate or a higher payment? Which is what are you waiting for? Right? If you wanted more information on this so that you can, now don't go ask your neighbor because they don't like it either. Right? Because they don't understand it. They haven't even heard the broadcast today and they don't like it. But if you want to understand it better, I've been learning about it from Simon for a couple of years now. I know enough to be dangerous, but you know what I do know? Simon's phone number. Call me at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990.
It is National Telephone Day.
National Telephone Day,
Let's use it.
Pick up the phone. As always, I ask you set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Lovin and Sean, who are engineering us today. And, of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.